Good evening, everybody. How is everybody? Let's have a look who's in the chat. Yay, I'm finally here. I'll unpin that message now. Thank you, everybody. Yes, there we go. Sponsored by Pepsi? Nope. Cold as the Rockies. It's cold. Hey, good evening, everyone. Wow, is it hot up here today? How the devil are you all? Isn't it blooming hot? Oh, excuse me. I'm actually eating my tea as well while we're doing the stream. So, calls and pizza tonight. Have you got a thermometer up here? You know, well, no, I have. And it is currently 30 degrees. I'll even prove it to you. I've just switched it on, actually. So, let me just grab that camera. It's hot. 30 degrees up here. Ignore the date and time because I only just switched it on. Yes, it's hot in the loft, but not as hot as it has been. So, yes, I need something as cold as the Rockies to keep me cool tonight. This pizza's nice, though. Thanks to the wife for putting it in the oven. Good question there, Valerie. Can you send me a pic of that, please? We're looking for one and S with temperature. What? Yeah, I can send you the link for that particular clock. Digital clock. I'll sort that out for you. It doesn't, yeah, it's 30 degrees up here, but it doesn't feel like 30 degrees in the sun. It's just literally 30 degrees of heat. The window is open, but it's literally only just been opened when I came up here. You can show it in Fahrenheit as well instead of centigrade. Let's see if I can get it to tell you what Fahrenheit it is. 86. Picture's good. There you go. Okay. Yeah, so the time and date is all completely wrong because it's been unplugged. I've just plugged it in. Yeah, it's hot. And it's bound to get hotter now, all the lights and everything switched on. Oh, this pizza's going down well. YouTube telling me I'm live. What a surprise. North of August. Yeah. No, that's saying 16 minutes. That's how long it's been switched on. It says the 1st of the 1st at 16 minutes past midnight right now. So, let's get back to it. Who's in the chat? Let's have a hello to everyone. So, first of all, apologies for being 30 minutes late. I had to dash to an emergency meeting, which obviously pushed back me being available. I wasn't aware until literally 30 minutes before my stream was due. So, yeah, apologies. Thanks to Mark, who was on earlier. Everyone coming over from Mark's stream. Good evening to you all. So, yeah, we're here live. Obviously, we're going to the meeting. I didn't have time. Apologies for me talking with my mouth full. I didn't have time to set up what I actually wanted to talk about tonight. Well, I'll leave that for next week. How big is your train layout? Says Valerie. It is 14.5 foot by 14, well, call it 15 foot around the loft. The station area is 3 foot depth. At either side, excluding the TMD, is 2 foot depth. And the over the loft hatch area is 1.5, narrowing down to 1 foot in depth. The TMD itself that you're looking at, that section alone is 6 foot by 2 foot, which joins on to the layout. It is an exhibition layout in its own right. So let's have a look who's in chat. Thank you to RJ and Flymo for informing everyone that I was running late. Much appreciated. And anybody else that also did post, thank you to you all. So in the chat, way before I started, was RGJ Trains. It's only let me go back so far. There were others, but apologies, I can't get back to those. Ivo's in, Wolfsex Scenics, Paul is in, Josh of Mousehole Rail in, Mark of Donegal Dad was in, saying hello to everyone. Valley's 56, Chris, MH Trains, hello to you. Thank you for featuring me in one of your videos. Flymo, obviously, there he is. Trevor Vale, good evening. Even managed to channel switch, he says. Well done. Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase says, Jason will be delayed by 30 minutes. Okay, we can talk all things DB Schenker for 30 minutes. Just typical of you, Simon. Just typical. Flymo posting as well. That was delayed for 30 minutes. For those coming from Donegal Dad, Jason is delayed by half an hour. The Flymo, no squabbling at the back there. Yes, no squabbling. For anyone that is watching and you're not chatting, if you subscribe, if you're not already subscribed, after a few minutes, you'll be able to chat. Please do come and say hi. We do not bite. Unless you're a pizza. I'll totally take a chunk out of you then. Clyde Robert in. What's everyone else been doing today? He says. RG. I will miss comments. I was going to do some drawing. Grace is doing, that means that's Grace on the chat. Doing a fantastic job with the Duchess. King Fox Junction is in. Good evening, King Fox. Smallwood Junction, good evening to you. Simon says, needs to do an AI image of Peggy and Photoshop me into it. In a precarious position, I presume. Flymo doing a fantastic job there, sharing links while everyone was waiting. Joshua W56 was in saying, what's up? Yeah, that was me posting, saying I was just leaving the meeting. Robin Ashwell, evening everyone from a stormy Leicestershire. I hope you're all well. Is it stormy there? It's absolutely blue skies, glorious still here, and still very warm. I'm looking forward to some storms. Please send them our way. Leicester's not that far from here, to be honest. Let me just have a look over in the distance, because I think the sky does show that far away. Oh, yeah. It's looking rather dark and cloudy over that side of the world. Flymo there. Been an absolute diamond sharing links to people's channels while we all waited. Ian Melling is in. Good evening, Ian. RG. It was supposed to be us as GMT. V Green, GMC, GMRC. Saying evening to myself and everybody else. Hermitage Road was also in there saying hi to everyone. Hereford Martin. Great to see a new name in the chat. Thank you so much. Martin, Hereford Martin, joining the chat tonight. Robin says, pity the thunder isn't heading your way. No, I wish it was. I love it. Yeah, slightly warm up there. Just got a little damp here. Just Trevor. Mousehole says, yep, been so warm as went to see the Statesman tour yesterday and got sunburn on my neck, arms and legs. Ouch. Put plenty of cream on, pal. Plenty of cream on after some. I did some gardening on Sunday. I was knackered after it. My legs were hurting. But I did get quite a bit of sunburn. But then I decided to ask the wife to give me a short back and sides, give me a hair shave. And where my hair had been, I was still white. So I got a white band around the top of my head. It might have gone now with more sun and around the back of my neck. Good evening, Jason, and all who sail with him. Thank you, King Fox. Flymo says it's 23.5 here. That's not bad, actually, for where you are, Flymo. Valley. Oh, I did ask a question. I did see a question about track from Valerie. I'll come to that in a moment because I've just seen that Valley said my track has stood up to the heat quite well as I put expansion spaces in all the track. Thank goodness. I have suffered in the past, but over the years of it kind of weathering itself and making adjustments over the years, I no longer get any issues that I'm aware of up here. I haven't come across any with this heat, although there is one potential place where there might be some. That's currently under a train parked up, so I can't see. Hereford Martin saying 18 Celsius breeze off the sea here. Oh, lovely and cool. Chelwoodson Junction. Hey, Jason. And hey, everyone, he says. Hey to you. Everyone's chatting away, talking about the clock. Ivo, Danny. Hello, Jason, and hello to all in the chat. Hello, Danny. Oh, what I am going to do, I'm going to make preparations. Get that posted. MH Train says, hello, everyone. How are you all doing on this dull evening? Dull? Where are you? How can it be dull where you are? It's lovely. Clyber says, that shed looks good. That is an actual railway laser lines shed. Slightly modified for my personal use. It used to have the roof trusses in it, but and it did have a roof on it, but the roof accidentally got lost and the roof trusses were in my way for cleaning and the track, etc. So, and they got damaged a bit, so I took them out. Still got them, but I prefer them without. Hermitage saying it is 38 degrees in my loft earlier. Oh, it was. Wow. Mega hot. Simon saying we chatted how Barnabas loved DB Schenker while waiting. Yes, I've got some. Peggy was shouting out about DB yesterday on Simon's stream. If anyone doesn't know, Simon of SJ Train Wheels, he does a live stream every Wednesday. I think it's 6:30 p.m. UK time. Simon, if you are here, please do correct me. Or if anyone else knows, please do correct me. It might be 6 p.m. It's either 6 p.m. or 6:30 UK time. Robin says, laugh out loud. I'm craving pizza right now. Well, I'm on my last piece. Hybrid Model Railway, good evening again. Thank you so much for dropping in. Big shout out to you. Absolutely. Please do subscribe to Hybrid Model Railway, especially if you're a member, because you're going to really appreciate the chat very soon. I was hoping earlier on this week, to do a members live, especially to discuss what was in the boxes, which was shown last week. But I was been extremely busy this week. And with the weather, I didn't get round to the opportunity of doing it. But I do promise I will get onto it. I've got a video that I need to record as well, or 2 videos actually. Sadly, I haven't been able to get a chance to film those either. Hot dogs in the house. It certainly will be a hot dog in this weather. Hot dog pilot Andy. Howdy, folks. Howdy, Andy. And Route 7 Railway, Steve. Hey up, Steve. How you doing, pal? What's the weather like up the Wirral way? Did you have some of the storms this morning? I was aware Chester towards Merseyside had some storms this morning. Apparently, we didn't have any. If we did, I slept through it. But we did have apparently a bit of rain last night, but didn't really do anything. Might see some cheap pyrotechnics yet, he says. Hot dog. MH says he's had a bit of fall after he tripped over a bit of rail lying on the ground along the West Coast Main Line between Stafford and Crewe. Oh dear, I hope you're all right. And I hope you asked the piece of rail if that was all right as well. No, you didn't hurt it. Had a haircut on Monday, says Simon. It's now short hair Simon. Dinmore Junction Model Railway. Steve-O. How you doing, pal? Not seen you for ages. Sorry I'm late. Hey, you're not late. I'm late. So I have posted a link in there if anybody wants to drop in and have a chat on the stream tonight. As I said, I haven't really got anything planned, but I have got something in front of me which I have been wanting to just do some work on. We're not working on the buffers this week. Something that I've featured on the stream in the past, which is to go in that shed that you're currently looking at. March West Junction TMD is in the house. Good evening to you. How the devil are you? Sorry, I'll stop munching in a minute. I'm just having my last piece of pizza. There we go, Simon. SJ Train World, you should know because you don't want to miss Peggy, do you? Because you do love Peggy. SJ Train World starts at 6:30 every Wednesday evening, live streaming. Aaronville, good evening, Aaron. Evening all. Nice TMD. Thank you very much. Yeah, so if anybody wants to join the stream tonight, come and have a chat about what you've been up to, what you're doing right now. Maybe you're doing a bit of modeling. Come and join the stream and model together. Everyone's saying hello to Dinmore, Smallwood, and Aaron. Finneton's in the house. Brian. No stream from Brian this Saturday, as he is going away for a few days. And Timber says, I need a haircut. No comment. Oh, it's cooling down. It's 29 now. Still bloody hot though. Brian, says Simon. I'm still catching up with the chat. Thank you, Flymo, for putting the train set in. Everyone's still saying hello to all the newcomers still joining us. GWR Buckley Junction, Sean. Got your stuff ready, by the way. Again, something else that I've not been able to get on with. It's ready to post. And Robert Shawalski. Don't know what his channel name, if he has a channel. If you are listening, I do know, Richard Sawalski, sorry. If I pronounced your name right, I hope I haven't. I hope I have, sorry. Your parcel is also ready to dispatch. I just got home as we had a fire at work. Oh dear. Hope everything's all right, Brighton. Everyone's saying hello to GWR and Brian. And Jeff Reedman of Jumble Lane Model Railway is in the house as well. Make sure you all are hitting that thumbs up. Wash that pizza down nicely, that is. Timber Surf says, I will organise a meet-up. Fantastic. In fact, Timber, I do need to have a chat with you as I've got something to discuss. Well, I did have something to discuss. I've seemed to have forgotten what I wanted to discuss with you. But yeah, when I get the chance, just message me, Timber, when you're free. Not tonight. When you're free over the weekend, please let me know and we'll have a chat. Anyone going to the Lee Model Show? Unfortunately not. I would have liked to, but unfortunately not. As I am already preoccupied with other endeavours. Gary of Leicester Station and TMD. Good evening, Jason, and all in chat. Good evening to you, Gary. Thank you very much for joining us. That's right. Put the onus on me to remember. Hit that like button, please, if you haven't already. Thank you so much, Final, for reminding everyone. Yeah, Andy is in Spain. So me and Mr. X had to sort out the aftermath. Oh, dear. I hope everything... nothing got too out of hand. Oh, Christ, I'm dropping my phone. And Matt Slade. Matt. Hello, Matt. Matthew. Welcome. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Simon says, is there any other shows you're going to apart from Alsager's show this year? Yes, Stafford. I'll be at Stafford. Hopefully at Getz. And then, obviously, the Alsager show. Now, at the Alsager show, I am not only... In fact, that's the reason why I wanted to speak to Timber. I'm not only going to the Alsager show, I am actually having a table at the Alsager show. Yes, so I will be having a YouTube community table. It will be to promote, obviously, Model Rail Crew, but it will also be to promote YouTubers of the community. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to speak with you, Timber. I will let you know in due course. We'll let everyone know in due course whereabouts in the exhibition I will be. I have requested a placement of an area to be in, and I have been confirmed that that request will be fulfilled. But as of yet, I do not know where I will be at it. But yes, I will be there with a stall stand, whatever you want to call it, to promote Model Rail Crew, and it will also have some items on there for purchasing, i.e. there will be a large number of Railwayana books from the railways from all around the regions, from Southern to Scotland, from Ireland to the East Coast Main Line. You name it, I've probably got a book on it, because I've just been donated well over about 500 books to sell on, and there are some absolute crackers of books. I've got to catalogue them all, and it's going to take some time. A book on DB Schenker? Yes, there are books on DB Schenker. I was waiting for that question. There are dedicated books on DB Schenker, and there are dedicated books on EWS. So yes, Simon, the perfect books for you. Jason, I'll name a system then. The Tyne and Wear Metro. You got one on that? Very probably. So if anybody is interested in any books of anything, any particular subject, any particular railway, old and current, please get in touch with me and ask. I may have a book on it. Lumsdonia, maybe. I've got books on the railways of Wales. The Railways of Wales. Yeah, there is actually a book. The Forgotten Railways of Wales. That's a book, one of the books. They would be extremely rare. Well, there are. I have looked at some of the books, and there are some that are extremely rare. Maybe that's one of them. There are a few that was handed over to me to do as a wish with, and there's quite a few of Crewe and South Cheshire, East Cheshire region, which I will be keeping for myself. Some of them are absolutely fantastic. That was quite a collection, Jason. Flymo, you ain't seen nothing yet. The collection that you've seen is already doubled. In fact, I've got a picture somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Just bear with me. I have got a picture. I sent a picture. I've got numerous pictures, to be honest. Yes, and I've got a load of DVDs as well. Right, I'm just going to download these pictures and then I'll share them on the screen so you've got an idea of what I'm talking about. No, I don't want to close that down. I want to close that down. Let me just find, there is some pictures close up of the books, I remember, if I remember rightly. Yes. So, download that one. 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 That's it. Right. So I'm going to put up on the screen when I find them. Downloads. Yes. Right. Okay. So I'll start with that picture. Let me just make sure I know which way I'm going. Yeah, that's right. Right. So I'm going to share on. I'll share with you now, actually. Now, these first few pictures are of books that were given to me, but that the last picture you see of the books will be those books plus the same amount again, and there is more yet to come. So let me just screen share. Window, that one. Share. Right. Let me get back to that. So here we go. Let me go full screen with that. Full screen. Right. So this is the first. These are pictures of the first batch of books. So they obviously. Let me just zoom in there. A past and present companion. So you got there's the Festiniog Railway for you Welsh lot. The Welsh Pool and Clan Fair Light Railway. So you got North Yorkshire Moor. They're everywhere. Books from everywhere. Bodmin, Severn Valley there, one at the bottom. Railways and Tramways of the Isle of Man. So as you can understand, there are books from everywhere. And now this collection that you've seen from me has already doubled. There are more which are not yet shown here on these pictures. So these are the past and present collection. There are, I don't know how many of these there are, but I've got approximately 66 now of these. Moneybrook Junction's in and Wilbury Castle's in. Hi all, just off to get a coffee. Back soon, no problem, Fred. Moneybrook, Mark and Lisa just got back. Sorry we're late. Nah, you're all right, Mark. I'm the one that's late. Didn't start till 9. So yeah, as you can see, let me zoom in a bit more. Devon, East Midlands, North Yorkshire, London, Northwest, West and Southwest London, Oxfordshire, Surrey and West Sussex. So if it's South Wales there, part 2. Don't know where, I might have part 1. Mid Wales and the Marches. Shropshire. Yeah, I'll pick out ones I'm definitely keeping because there was a few in this. I think there's one in this collection actually. To do with Cheshire, if I remember rightly. Was there one in this one? I'm sure there was. West, East, Dorset. It might be in a different book collection then. Birmingham itself, Bristol and South Gloucestershire. So yeah, well, quite a collection to have. But we ain't finished there. Bear in mind, this was the first batch I received. Not last Sunday, the Thursday before, which was the show day. So let's start at the top. You'll notice a lot of this is southern. A lot is southern. And there are a few that are doubled up, as you can see just there. Photographer's Guide to Railways. There are a few more in the second lot that I've received that are to do with model railways as well. There are a couple in this batch, but BR Diesels, 1960s to 70s. That's a Haynes book, actually. Just noticed. Profile of the 40s. That's not the year 40s. That's the locomotive 40s. Cruise Sheds. Now, I've already got that. So that was in this collection now, but I've already got that book, so I don't need to keep hold of that. Regional Rail Centres, Northwest. I have kept that one. That is absolutely fantastic, that book is. And those three at the bottom, Class 33, 31s and 47 by John Vaughan, Diesel Retrospective. Now, they are quite expensive books, I've been told. So, moving on to the next batch. There's some more. Quiz book, Traction Recognition, Rail Guide, How Not to Paint a Locomotive. I need to read that, don't I? Railway World Annual of 86, Tilted Trains of the Western, Train Spotters Annual 1960, the Guinness Book of Rail, Facts and Feats, Diesels on the Southern. So I say Southern. One there on the Lord Nelson class. That there, Rail Centre's Crew. I've kept that book. That is brilliant, that is. And that one there as well, Crew and Cheshire Railways. I've kept that one as well. That one's in my rail collection, my book collection, and yet again another batch. Those are the same annual book at the top. There's a double of those. Yeoman's 59s. That's a good book. That is. Clapham Junction, Glory Days of Gresley A4s. There's a lot about westerns, warships. So if anyone sees anything that might be of interest, now I can tell you, 99% of these books are in as brand new condition. 99% of them, they are in like new condition. Okay. So if anyone's interested in maybe a book or two from out of this collection, please do get in touch with me. You can get in touch with me by my email, barnabasjunction@gmail.com, or you can get in touch with me privately via social media. And this is the DVDs that I've been given so far. There are more to come. Now, some of these are collections. Like that's a box set there of preserved lines. Didcot, Gloucestershire, and the Bluebell line. We'll go this way. Again, if anyone's interested in any DVDs as well, Old Oak Common, that's a good one. Please do get in touch. There's the Glory Days of Steam, steaming around Britain as well. Collection, and obviously you can see there different locations: Wales, Scotland, London, South and Northeast, Northwest. Stanya's Masterpieces. That's a box set of Britain's railways then and now. In fact, there's another collection of Britain's railways then and now over there. King Edward, Flying Scotsman, Clan Line there. DVD of on the Clan Line. These are upside down. Bulleted in retrospective. Hard to read what those are. It just gets a bit blurred. That looks like, yeah, that's it's a box set. The Glory Days of Steam again. Box sets 2 of. Box set again. I say if anyone is interested, please don't hesitate to get in touch. So that, as this is now, this as of yesterday, this is now the collection, which has doubled since what I've just shown you in the first few pictures. So as you can see, there are a lot more books now. You're not going to, obviously I've not got them an end on, so you can't see, but there's the past and present collection. You see that's a lot more there. There are a lot more books now. I've taken mine, the ones I want to keep, out of this already. But there are loads more books there than previously, and there's the same amount again to add to this. So I've got a lot of books to be distributing out for people. I say if there's anything particular you've not seen that I might have, then let me know, and I will when I get a few minutes I'll have a scoot through it. But I've got to catalog every single book in a spreadsheet. So yeah, a lot of work on there. So when I've obviously done the catalog of the books, I can show you that and share it with you all, so you might be interested. But I will be at the All Sages show with probably not all these books, but a good selection, and the DVDs as well. And there we go. There is the All Sages show, 9th and 10th of November. So let's have a look at the chat. I'm sure I've seen some more people coming in. Worcestershire Sound. Let's have a look what people are actually saying about the books. Route 7 says, have I missed anything? Had to nip away the neighbours' alarm went off. No, Steve of Route 7. I was late starting, so unfortunately, you are not late. Nobody's late. Nobody's ever late for this show. They come and go as you please, arrive and depart as you wish. So looking through the chat. What did I just see something back? You are all be the first to know. It looks like I've bought a new layout this afternoon. Ooh, Matt, will it be in the loft, or will it be in a room, or will it be an exhibition layout? That is a big question, Matt. What are your plans? And when will we hear about it on the socials? It's 016.5 narrow gauge. Lovely. Simon says I've got most of them, but do love the past and present books. Oh, right. Even Jason just got back. Sorry, we're late. Says money, bro. Yeah, I've read that. Don't have time to read. I can spot one of the Bodmin and Wenford Railway, which is about an hour away from where I live. I take it that should be spot one. Got most of them as well. Quite a collection. Yeah, it's a mega collection. Sadly, it was a fellow modeler that actually only lived across the road from me, but he was quite an isolated chap, kept himself to himself. He had a huge N-gauge layout in one of his bedrooms upstairs of the house, which is identical to what we live in. And we weren't. His name was Brian, and no, it's not Finnerton. Sadly, we weren't aware until last week that he sadly passed away in February, which was very sad to hear. But his dear wife came over. She knew I was interested in railways myself, and said, "Would I like his books?" It's the family have already had the railway items, because the family are into model railways themselves, some the kids, etc. But his books and his DVD collection, there are VHSs as well, but they've been trashed, because who owns? Not many people own a VHS player this day and age, although I do. Yeah, she asked, would I like his collection of books, either to do as I please with them, but he knew I was into railways myself. We have seen him. I've seen him out at Old Sages Show. I've seen him at model railway shops. Let's say he did keep himself to himself, but he was a fantastic modeler. That I will agree on. I have seen pictures, but sadly his railway is no more. But his legacy will live on in his books. He was an avid book collector. A book about 47s. Nice. I thought you might like that one, Robert. I thought when I saw that, I did spot it, and I thought of you straight away. I do have that Crew and Cheshire Railway books as Simon. Do have that 50s West book as well. Huge daddy. Yeoman 59s, eh? Yeah, 59s. Class 59s were ran by the Yeoman group. How much? Price-wise, I am unsure until I catalogue them. But I will speak individually. If anyone comes up with really reasonable offers, then feel free. I will speak with you about them. A little something coming to the layout in a couple of weeks, says Gary Lester. Thank you very much, Flymo. I also have the book just checked. Wow, that's a lot. And I only have one, which is the Dapple one. Jason, anything on GWR or King class? Well, I think you've been through it. I think you might have just spotted some. There are quite a bit on GWR in there, especially in the second batch. I say, Mark, Lisa, we can discuss off stream in private chats. Anything in particular you're after, or if I just let you know what there is, I can do either way. Send Jason an email, says Wolf. I am a new subscriber. Below my drone. Good evening, sire or madam, whoever you may be. Thank you so much for dropping in and being a new subscriber. I hope you enjoy your time. I appreciate all my subscribers. Obviously, it's free to subscribe, so why not? And I say, all my subscribers, new and old, I greatly appreciate and love you all. That diesel retrospective class 47 I'd be interested in, says Roberts. Did notice the Southern, Southeastern and Chatham Railway book. Will admit that has my interest, says Simon. Yes, actually, Simon, yeah, because you like your books for your research, don't you? So, yeah, Simon, get in touch. Anyone going the NEC show end of November? Nap. Well, I'm not. That's for sure. I will be planning to go both days to Simon. Hello. Below my drone says hello. Thanks for the kind welcome. You're welcome. Very welcome, drone. Yeah, going both days, says Matt. Email sent, says Brian. Yes, email received, Brian. However, I do need to get the hotel book still. Oh, you better add, because it's going to sell out. Probably the Saturday mats. I'd probably stay in Coventry. It's normally cheaper. That's not a bad idea. Go stay in Coventry and just get a bus down or get a short train journey down. Oh, this can of cause is going down well. Trevor says, I'll be interested in any books on A4s. Well, there was some just shown in there, and I can tell you there are more. And there's more. Bit of Jiminy Cricket there. It was very nice of them to give you a big collection like that. Yes, indeed. Bash that like button, folks, says Timber. Thank you so much, Timber, for reminding everybody. And Flymo. Yes, if anyone's interested, Brian, I have your email and I will confer with you. No problemo. Right, I've caught up with chat. Thank you to Flymo for posting images in, but I am now going to switch camera while I move to the camera. I'm just going to flick you to that camera. That was my squeaky, sweaty bum. So, just repositioning this camera. So now I'm going to be staring through. Right. So let's go back to that one now. Can you see what I see? Can you see what I see? Yeah, come on, everybody. Come and join the stream. Come on, model. Let's model together. Simon sending me imageries. I'll look at that shortly. In fact, I can look at that on here before. Oh, wow. Simon sent me a picture of his book collection. Yes, I recognized a few there. Wow, Simon. That is one hell of a collection, my friend. Wow. That is indeed a collection and a half. Not off. Right, so let me move my mouse out of the way. So the cause is going down well. It's nearly empty. What is this, a pint, by the way? 568 milliliter pint can. Yeah, it's nearly gone. So, as I said, didn't have anything planned. So, while I was just actually getting the cameras plugged in, I spotted these and I thought, do you know what? That is something that I need to get finished, stick on the layout. I have said I'm going to do in quite a few kits. What is it? These are scale model scenery rackings for in the TMD. Let me put the light on. There we go. That I glued together some time ago. That's the back of them. They're metal racking for in TMDs and stuff, or sheds or wherever. And I stuck these together. These were glued together many months ago. In fact, probably sometime beginning of last year, I think. And I never got round to painting them. So I thought, while we're having a chat, I'm going to get out my favorite silver paint. It does need tools and tins and oil cans. I have them in my kit collection and to go on these. So yeah, together today. You might find it boring. You might not. You might find it interesting. But these are scale model scenery racks, shelving racks. Oh, bookshelves. Yeah. Can I Split Rock saying good evening, Split Rock? Please do drop in. Give it a good shake. I already have. Did it pre-stream. Thank you so much for reminding me, though. So I thought, while we're together, we'll get painting these. And then these are then part, obviously, instead of putting stuff on them, these are ready to go into the TMD shed that I've been showing on the screen earlier. Now, these have not been primed at all, as you've seen. These are plain. In fact, let me move that over there. These are the bare MDF. I thought they'd already been weathered in rust. Yes, they do look a bit rusty, don't they? But the trick here to save on weathering is not to put the paint on too thick and allow the MDF to actually come through the paint, still show through the paint, and it will actually give the silver paint, that rusting effect, if you comprende my thoughts. Raymond's in. Raymond Legs, good evening. Is that Humble paint? It is Revel. Let me get the right way around. If it'll decide to focus on you. There we go. For those that might want to know, I'll just try turning the lid over without getting paint all over my fingers, which I just did. It is Matte Slade. It is Matte 91. Okay. Eesh, paint all over my fingers. And this is my go-to metal paint. Absolutely fantastic paint this is. Goes on super thin, but it has a fantastic effect and dries super quickly as well. So you can see, in fact, you can just see. Let me see if I can photo. You can just see. If I like, give it a streaky look. Don't really plaster it on. Give it a bit of a streaky look, and the rust effect will show through. So it's kind of weathering by just dusting the paint on. But at the same time, making sure the paint is in the right places. And to be honest, it's surprising, really, actually, how fiddly this kit is to paint, because there's a lot of intricate, tiny spaces that you've got to make sure you get the paint in, like the edges of the racking. Do you ever find, this is a question for those that you paint kits and stuff, do you ever find yourself always missing a little area, but you never spot it until you've put everything away, put all your paints away, put all your brushes into clean? Unlike me, I never clean my brushes. I just get rid of them. Yeah, but Zantek's in. Good evening, Zantek. Everyone, please do. Oh, severe thunderstorm, Raymond says. Ooh, please send it my way. Is the old gold enamel that was too much better in pigment size? It's the old gold yellow enamel that was much better in pigment size, right? Alan Reynolds of Buckland Junction's in as well. Good evening, Alan. Thank you for joining us. Where you been? We're almost finished. Nah, I'm only joking. We were late. I was late myself today. It should have been live at 8:30, straight after Donegal's dad, but unfortunately, ended up in a meeting and delayed my start time by 30 minutes. I was here for 9. For you lovely people. The gold paint Homer use is diabolical, says Hot Dog. Really? To be honest, I've found these Revel paints to be some of the best I've used out of all paints, because literally they go so far, they last so long. I've had this pot of paint. I must have had this for about 5 years now. I know all my paints can last forever as well, I suppose, but I don't think they'll last in this much of a good condition. I might be wrong, but yeah, Revel, I found these paints to be absolutely fantastic. No one wanting to join us tonight on the stream? I've always been doing the honors, sharing the link to join the stream. You don't have to have a camera. You can just, as long as you've got a microphone, you are welcome to come and say hi and chat along and chat Model Railways. So let us know what you've been up to this week. You might not actually do live streams yourself, but you've been thinking about it. Well, please do come and join us and chat. That's what it's all about. It's just chatting amongst ourselves, saying hi to everybody, that sort of thing. want to say, oh, Aaron, oh, well, and onwards is in. Hello from New Zealand. He says, good evening, Aaron. Are you skiving off work again? Don't want me being responsible for you getting telling off at work. Everyone's saying hello to Alan, Aaron. I'm eating late after the gaffer became a fire starter. Yes. Obviously, due to legal reasons, I suppose. I understand, probably, Simon. Brian, you can't really say too much, but as long as nobody was injured, that is the main thing. There was no one's injured, nobody's died. That is 100% the main thing. Everyone's safe and well. Items can be renewed or recovered, but lives can be destroyed. Just so you know, I've got class 25095. I'm just running around in the background if anyone is at all interested. Need to refresh my running trains around the layout, as we've had the same trains for quite a few weeks now. Why not set up a Discord server? I don't like Discord, to be honest. Really not a fan of it. I've been on it. I have had Discord myself, and I didn't really find it that good, to be honest, for my needs or my entertainment. I know thousands of people use it for their own needs in one way or another, but I think it's not my cup of tea. But I'm sure it is plenty of other people's. Just like Patreon, I couldn't get my head around Patreon. I did set up Patreon for this channel as well, but I could not get my head around. I tried my best to work out how it worked, and I still struggled. Now it's unlike me because I am a computer phobe. I am into technology, and been working with computers most of my life. But I don't know. I don't know if it's old age setting in. I'm nearly 50 this year. The old age drawing me pension in soon. Well, later rather than soon, if the government have their way. But yeah, I really couldn't get my head around it. I know some people take to it like duck to water. But me, I just Discord, nah, can't get my head around it. And Patreon, I tried, and again. But if anyone's willing to like do me a tutorial to run me through how it works, I'm greatly appreciated. But yeah, I do struggle. Yeah, the old 5-0s drawing in, taking their toll on me. Now I keep thinking I've nearly finished this racking, but then I spot an area I've never done. I'm not done. What I want to do, I'm actually going to leave that bit now because the bits I want to hold on to, the next bits I want to paint. So I'm going to move on to another one. I'm going to do half of this, do the top half, and leave the bottom half for later. Just thinking it would be better for group voices. I understand, and thank you very much for your opinion. I always appreciate everybody's opinion and thoughts, whether it be constructive or non-constructive. I take them all in. If anyone wants to slate me, I take that in as well. I take that as feedback at the end of the day, ways to improve. But I don't take it as criticism. Anyone's willing to criticize me as much as they like, but they will never, ever anger me to a point where I've been before, put it that way. As of many of you may already know. Well, some of you already know. Take care, Aaron. $50, I wish. $60 this year, says Valley. Yeah. Yes, the 5-0 for me this year. Creeping up on me now. Hey, it wasn't that long ago since we had Confetti Cannon Day. Remember that? That's going back a bit now, isn't it? Everything starts falling off after 50. For stuff like that, would it be easier to use a rattle tin, blue tack, and a rotor table? Yeah, I thought that, but what I find is if you use spray, you get a perfect finish with spray. I find when you're hand painting, you can give it that pre-used look, a little bit of pre-used look straight away. I don't trust me. I do use rattle cans, spray cans for some stuff. I will. The caravans are used. I use spray cans for those. But I do like to get a paintbrush out, get a pot of paint, and sit here and paint. It's modelling at some of its best, hands-on, with a product and a paintbrush. I suppose it's the same with drawing for Grace, because obviously she's currently doing the Hamilton drawing, Duchess. Sitting there doing the drawing, and time flies when you're in the zone, as much to say, where you're enjoying it. I'm actually really feeling the peace just sitting here doing this. I've had a hectic day. I'm just sitting here now, chatting with you lot. Painting these is so therapeutic. It's really, really nice. I miss the Walmart arcade, says Raymond. Yes, I have a few friends with MS and other things that are set in the 30s. I'm doing my reading backwards thing, which I shouldn't do. Jeff, I was 66 this year, supposed to retire, but I never have been so busy. I'm not surprised with excellent products, Jeff, with your world famous jigs. So what's everyone's plans then for this week? Are you going to be enjoying the sunshine? Are you heading off to a show? Or maybe you're off to the seaside with the family? Not actually sure what we've got planned yet. I know Friday night evening I am out. I'm doing some photography Friday evening. I'm going to see the Beatles Complete, who are the band which currently are at the Cavern Club. They are the Cavern Club tribute band, the official tribute band for the Beatles, who are based at the Cavern Club. And I'm going to see them on Friday. Oh, a couple have just dropped in the chats in the stream. I'll bring you in a second. Looks like they're both. We have one on audio only, and one on what looks like should be a camera, but it might be a bit dodgy, so it might be a bit faulty. Sorry, as the image does not look right to me. It might be my end. I'm not sure, but if not, we will have audio from two people joining us tonight. Right, so I'll just finish that off. So we'll drop in both of them at the same time. So please join and introduce yourselves. I want to drop you in one at a time, gentlemen. Just turn it up so I'll be able to hear you. Here we go.
Good evening.
Yeah, my camera looks a little bit funky. I don't know why that is.
So we do have Timber and we have Zantac is in. Zantac looks like he's in an arcade game, 8-bit arcade game in black and white.
Hang on. Let me see if I can unplug and replug in my webcam, see if that cures it.
It might drop you out if it does. No, it actually doesn't. But yeah,
So,
good to see you both. Thank you for joining us.
Hang on a minute. So I'm going to have to pull the webcam out.
Ian says he's off to the pub with his mum. Oh, mine will be a course, please, Ian.
Zantac's in a time warp. He's in the 1950s.
1850s, more like.
If I pop myself there, and there we go. So, gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening. Just how do I turn this camera back on?
Like
Raymond says that silver looks purple. Does it?
You can't see me. I've got a piece of plastic over my camera, so even though the camera's
that's better. My camera's working now.
So what I'll do is I'll put Timber there. But I don't know why you're not on video camera anymore, Timber, because everybody knows what you look like.
Up for the rest of the viewers.
Unfortunately, my railway's in a room back over there somewhere, so my camera doesn't coordinate long enough. So
no problem. Anyway, good. Thanks for joining us, chaps. How are you? What you been up to?
Hot and sweaty. I'm about to go to bed
in
about another hour and a half or so.
Cool. Timber, how's it your Wales way?
It was a bit wet this morning, but it's about 25 in my dining room at the present moment. So yeah, quite moist.
Moist. What we are now? Oh, we're down to 28 in the loft now. It's cooling.
That's about 18 degrees too warm.
It was. I know it was 30 when I came up. I can tell the difference. It is cooling. I don't feel as hot anymore up here. Fortunately, the window is now being open, is assisting. And obviously, it's dark out now.
Yeah, so a lot of the heat will hopefully, if you've got clear skies, it should cool down.
Yeah, I think they've given 12 degrees down to tonight, I think.
That's just about bearable.
Unlike yesterday, it was 20 degrees last night, all night.
Oh, God.
I struggled sleeping. I was. But Betty Swallocks, I would say.
And everything, sweaty everything else as well.
Yeah.
You got feel for your furry friends as well. I mean, how they must cope.
Absolutely, yeah. Fortunately, that where they sleep is nice and cool, pretty much all day, every day. They don't actually get their outdoor area is actually shade as well. It's shaded from the daytime sun.
I've got 2 cats. One's long fur, one's short fur. And they were sleeping downstairs last night.
Yeah. Well, our latest addition he's super long haired, cotton wool, and he actually likes the heat. Funny enough,
Most cats do. That's why they sit on the bonnets of cars and
next
to the fire, so you can smell them singeing.
Or in my case, they sit on radiators when they're red hot. They want to lie across a red hot boiler.
Yeah, I don't. My radiator, one of them is right by a. I don't know if you can see it from here. Behind the battleship.
Yeah.
There's a radiator.
Yeah, I can just make it out. Yeah.
Yeah, and you'll probably see if I go. Actually, that is the what's it board that the battleship sits on. That's not the radiator. The radiator's about 6 inches below that.
Yeah.
And I've got obviously the Orkney flag behind you. Sailing yacht, cargo ship, speedboat.
I was wondering what the flag was.
Yeah, it's a flag of Orkney. It's very much like the Norwegian flag, except they swapped the white for yellow. Scottish flag on the door there. And obviously a 200 scale model bulk carrier there. 100 scale-ish survey ship. Yacht. Loads of CDs. Boats up there.
Something gives me the impression you like boats.
Yeah, I used to be in the model boat club.
Ah, right, cool.
All the boats that you can see, chances are they're remote control. All the ones over there are remote control.
Wow.
The silver one up there, that's remote control.
Wow.
The Enterprise carrier, that isn't, but it can be.
Right.
And the one up there, and there's a tugboat behind it, but you probably can't see it. They're remote control. And the battleships, again, that's remote control. That one taught me a lesson, by the way, because I was busy. It's had one motor in, driving all 4 propellers.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it sounded like, when you crank the throttle open, it sounded, because it had metal gears, like 2 cats in an alleyway having a fight. Yeah. So I decided to change it and put 4 individual motors in.
Yeah.
Quieten it down. And I made a mistake of soldering irons on, not to be used like pens. Goes to pick it up, goes to pick it up like a ballpoint pen, because that's how hold me knives and stuff like that. Yeah. Ouch was
putting it mildly.
Version of what I said.
Yeah. In Cantonese or something.
It's had quite a few profane languages. Now,
quite a few choice words expressed.
Yeah. Can I put a picture up on here? I don't know if I can or how.
Yeah, you can. We've got someone else joining us. I've just
present slides. Here we are.
Yeah.
You have no slides. Your computer. Upload file.
And it should then, once you click on it, it should
pictures.
appear, and I can display it on the screen.
No, it's not that. I'll have to go again because I've got some. Actually, well, I'll do slides from your computer.
Just while we're waiting, we have someone in, and I do know they have issues with their laptop camera. Alan, can you hear us?
Yes, good evening, Jason. How are you?
I am good, my friend. How's the weather down your neck of the woods?
It's kind of really warm and sticky, and the sky is all flickering with lightning. So,
Oh, nice.
No, you're making me jealous, Al.
I caught up because I've got the required format.
Ah, right. Okay, no problem.
Okay. Present.
hi Zentech and hi Timber Sir.
Hello.
Hello.
I really wish I was down your neck of the woods right now, Alan.
Why?
I love thunderstorms. Alan, did you see the books?
The box. Fill me in.
The books. BOOKS. I shared them on the screen earlier. Did you see them when you arrived?
I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry.
Books. Railway books. I showed them the first batch of my collection that have been acquired earlier in the stream. Did you catch them, or did you arrive after I'd showed them?
No, yeah, I arrived a little bit late, I think.
All right, no problem.
Is this going to?
If
Is
there's
this going to play?
If there's any special particular book that I know you say you've got lots yourself already, but say you've got a particular book that you're after. Have a look back in the stream later on, Alan, and just have a scoot through. I will be posting more pictures because I've got more now of books I've got. Like I say, a lot of them are Southern Region, GWR and Southern Region.
Okay, that's interesting. Like you, I've got many a book on the shelf, read and then put by waiting for me to read them again. But yes, I'll have a look at the stream earlier when it becomes a video, Jason.
Yeah, okay. I say there's a lot more. You'll see it towards the end of the picture display area. There's a lot more books added, but there's twice as much again. So it's close to 500 or so books in total that have been given to get
Hello,
rid
Alan.
of.
How are you doing?
So yeah, maybe there is a particular book that you are after. I may be able to supply potentially from the collection that I've got.
Okay. So I've just put 2 videos up onto the
Yes,
thing
I've
here.
just seen both of them appear. Yes.
Yeah, they're still grey for me. So how do I put them on?
That's because obviously I'm in charge. So I'll add this first one. Is that playing? Yep.
I can certainly hear the sound from it.
Yeah, they're playing on my. I can see it. It's playing on screen. One of them is. I've obviously can only show one at a time.
I think there's a bit of a delay on YouTube, isn't there?
Yeah, always watch on StreamYard. Watch what you use YouTube to check, not watch. So all your chat, etc., and observations should be done through.
So what you're seeing there is an 86 Dapol dummy being pushed in by a EF210 electric.
Yep.
It'll be released, although that was basically a bit of a cut and splice job with the footage.
Right, got you.
Just I had to reach in and physically separate them and just chop that bit out of the footage.
The hand of God gets cut.
It will then drive off. then you'll see the 08 move in a minute. I've actually got the phone leaning up against a piece of catenary.
All right, is that what that slight blur is on the left?
Yeah, it's, you know, like the plastrut stuff that you can buy from your
Yes.
hobby stores. It's that stuff.
Gotcha.
Fed up of breaking dap old bloody catenary.
You get the new West Hill stuff. If you knock it, it just falls over.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that to come out for the N-Gauge.
Yes, it is. I can tell you, it's due any time.
This here will be shunted out, and then be put into the yard. You see the yellow strip there between the rails.
Yes.
Do you know, that is just I think it's just thin card from like Metcalf kit, just cut and painted yellow with citadel paints, Warhammer paint.
Why not? Why not indeed? So it's all about scratch building, doing whatever you want to do. Making your layout look how you want it, not how somebody else wants it to look for them.
Yeah, it's not your layout. I was saying, watching you do that painting, it is actually quite therapeutic.
Oh yeah. I'm enjoying this.
And then you got the other one as well, which
What's that loco sticking its nose out the shed right now?
that's the 86.
Is that the 86?
Yeah, it's the 86 that's been brought in.
Gotcha.
Just on it's part of the old DAP old dummy set.
Right, got
There's
it.
a locomotive and dummy, so
Simon says, Gronk it. No, we'll have a Gronk in this stream. We don't mind, Simon. They are the nicknames. They are Gronks. Gronks.
I mean, I've got another one which has got the open wheeled variant.
Got you. Yeah.
Sounds like a coffee grinder, so I call it Blender Carlisle.
Blender Carlisle. I like it.
And if you want to let the second one go.
Yeah, sure. Let me try and work out how I stop this now. That's that one. So if I click now remove and add the second one.
Platform 3 for the 1800 hours ScotRail Express service to London Euston. Calling at Inverness, Aberdeen, Dundee,
1830 departure London Euston.
Carlisle,
And it's not a sleeper train.
Stockport, Macclesfield, Stoke-on-Trent, Stafford, Wolverhampton, Birmingham New Street, Birmingham International, Milton Keynes Central, and London Euston. First class accommodation is situated at the middle of the train. This train is formed of 6 coaches. Platform 3 for the 1800 hours ScotRail Express service to London Euston.
I don't recognise that logo.
The actual sound I'm using is the actual is off another YouTube video of an actual Hot 7000 series loco. It's the actual sound of the real train.
All right. Fantastic. Thank you very much for sharing with us.
Say again?
Thank you very much for sharing with us.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll say those things have got 2 engines in each car. It's sort of like the Super Voyagers that we've got over here.
Right, got you, yeah.
But they're on a 3.6 gauge.
Gotcha. We've got Timber sharing something with us as well.
Ooh.
So, Timber, pop this up and you'd like to explain what we are looking at.
Certainly can do. It's what's the latest output from my CAD. I bought myself, I actually made some digger attachments for a JCB on a request. And the same person then said, could you make them for a 360 digger? So he did offer to send me his so I could measure it up and take the
Yeah, I
dimensions.
thought I recognised the. It was like a scrap grabber there.
Yeah. There's one that's
a
closed
couple of
and one in the
scrapyard.
middle.
What's it? Pair of hydraulic claws. Log grabber.
Yeah. The bottom blue is like a steel cruncher for demolition.
Yes. I've
Concrete
seen them in use.
For
They
construction
chop buildings
demolition,
up, I think.
Yeah. Building demolition.
They put through steel girders.
Yeah.
So that, when they're demolishing the building.
It's a jaws, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's that metal rod for that sticks out the bottom of them?
No, it's just painted silver. That was what I was using my 50-year-old paint for tonight. Like Jason, I've literally got the tin of paint next to me, and I was just painting the tip of the rock breaker.
Oh yeah. I was wondering if it was like some kind of locator that then you put that rock breaker into the jaws, like it's a two-part.
It does look like it, really. Yeah, like an extension arm or something to it.
You basically take the bucket off, and there's 2 pins that allows you to exchange it for any one of these, including narrow buckets for doing narrow.
I've seen those at the top.
Wide on. So if we go through the very top, the top and the one to the right of it are the metal grabbing things. One's closed and one's open.
Yes.
And then the blue just below them is the blue and a black one, which is the log carrier, which is closed and open.
Yeah.
And then on the right, you basically got a wide scraper, but it's got like fingered slots in it so that you can pick up weeds and stuff out of a trench. And then the red one just below that is very similar, that it's basically perforated. It's got little holes into it. Again, it doesn't let big lumps fall out. It just lets the water drain out.
Oh, so people like the river authorities would use that.
Yeah, so when you're digging out drainage ditches, you can leave the water in and just bring the mud out.
Yeah.
So the red one in the middle is a narrow bucket. So that's narrower than you would normally get on an Oxford JCB 220, which is what I've modelled this on. And then just to the top left of that is a black bucket, very wide, which is wider than the one that they supply. And then top left-hand corner is basically, it's like for picking up straw or bales or muck or whatever. It's like a grab iron that will pick up material that's loose and pull it together.
Oh, yeah.
And then the far left is the rock breaker. So again, if you're trying to smash up concrete, you'd exchange it for that, and that actually they commonly known as a picker in the industry. And then your bottom left is like a claw, but it's got very hardened teeth in the edges of the 2 claws, so it can actually cut up steel in situ. So if you had a steel portal building, you can actually chomp your way through 8-inch thick girders and demolish the building with it.
Good heavens!
And then the bottom one is a non-hold wide, or a scraper, as they would call it. So the chap who I did the JCB buckets for said, could you do them for a 360-degree digger?
These are 00.
They are 00, yeah. To which he did offer to send me his, but I thought by the time he spends the postage and I spend the postage, I might as well just buy one off eBay for 20 quid, which I did, which I can always sell. But I've got to drill out the rivets of the existing bucket so that I can fit each one of these to it, and then I can pose it and take photographs for the shop, so to speak.
Yeah. Very good.
I mean, I've
highly
delivered to a
detailed
place in Liverpool, and they had this the butterfly claws, for cutting up concrete, and that was on quite a long arm to obviously reach up to something like the 6th or 7th floor of a building to chop it.
Well, the other thing that Oxford do, which you see hordes of them, is it's very hard to get hold of the 220 with a standard arm on it. But the one that's prolific, everybody seems to go for, is the one with a really long arm, which, again, lends itself very nicely to digging out ditches that are a long way away. and also it's the variant with the long arm that can reach very high, so you can use it for demolition and chopping out the roof members of the steel frame.
Yeah, I've got the Eddie Stobart.
That's right. Yeah.
I can't remember what it's the actual term of that particular thing is. I've got that. Where? That's a good point. That is. Where is it? Now you've got me thinking. Where the bloody hell is it? It's around somewhere. I know it is. But yeah.
They come fully posable, and they actually use a little aluminium nail. But on where the head stops it coming out one side, the other end,
go get something.
It's bashed over like a rivet. So I need to drill mine out and remove the pins so that I can exchange the buckets on it. Take a load of photographs. So eventually it'll go back on eBay because it's too modern for my layout.
Oh yeah.
But it'll become part of the Tim Scale range.
Very good.
But the other thing that I can mention to you, and I'm going to do a Jason here, and play the game by giving you a little tidbit and leaving you all hanging.
Oh,
I'm currently in negotiation with somebody to essentially expand Tim Scale's reach so that it will be available on a much wider basis, potentially across the world. So that's very exciting for me.
Absolutely. And before anybody asks, no, he hasn't told me. Well, he has told me exactly what he just told you guys,
about it.
But I don't know anything more than what he's already told you. So no point asking
my
me.
latest purchase.
No, it's very early days. It might fall through. We're just having initial discussions at the moment. But obviously, if I can crack a deal, then that would be a major step forward for Tim Scale.
Excellent. Well, thanks for sharing that with us, Simba.
You have the exclusive, Jace.
There you go. You heard it. Barnabas Junction gets another exclusive. These shelvings are looking smashing, and they are looking very rustic as well, because obviously I'm not painting them on too much. Right, let me drop that. Thanks for sharing that with us, Timber.
No problem.
I think Brian's got off. Newland's in. Newland Railway is in. Anybody else I've missed? Particle Charlie is in. Good evening, Charlie, or afternoon, wherever it might be if you're over in calendar. Oh, I see a putty cat. See two putty cats. Meow. Oh, laser pen time. Scrolling back through the chat because while we've just been chatting away there, I've not looked at any chat.
Well, that's the. Those are my two little babies.
Yeah.
This is what I've brought. I've got 3 of these.
Ooh, nuclear flasks.
Yep.
They're the Dapple ones.
No, they are the Revolution ones.
Revolution trains, yeah. So I was just going to say that actually. No, Dapple didn't do them in N.
I think Farish did. The Farish ones are sought after as well.
Yeah, pretty much like the Batman ones that I've got. Very hard to get hold of now, and when you do see them, I think I paid £40 for 2 of mine.
I saw one on eBay going for twice that.
Yes, they go for silly bucks now. When we were at Buxton, Timber, remember me pointing it out, that nuclear flask you wanted.
Yeah. I've seen some new ones as well.
£55 quid, I think they wanted
on DRS working. They work. I think they call it the KXA. It's a 8-axle thing, a bit like the KUA.
Yeah, that really big one.
But it's much shorter, and it carries a single barrel-shaped flask.
Yes, I know which.
On 4 pins, the international flask.
Yeah.
I want some of them.
Rather expensive, but I think they produce. I might be completely talking out my arse here, but I think they're produced by a Curascale. Am I right?
We like Engage though.
All right, yeah.
I might have trouble running the double O gauge one on that, considering that's me twice the size of a bloody. But these are nice. They got kinematic coupling.
Yeah.
Up the front there. But the two buffers on this set and on the other one actually buffer right up. So really
do you not get any buffer lock then?
No, because you're kinematic couplings.
Oh, right, yeah.
It is on my future list to make a gantry for those. A
crane one of the other ones. Back in a second.
Oh, right, the overhead gantry for flasks.
For removing them and taking them on and off, yeah.
Yeah. Bridge North. Is it Bridge North? It's where it's done. I've got very kindly from Steve Smith of Railway Laser Lines, who regularly visits to catch flasks in situ, unloading and loading. He sent me a ton of photographs.
I don't know if you can see it. Go on, focus.
They are close up, aren't they? Yeah, you're right.
And you'll go quite happily around an R3 curve.
All right.
Although, being Revolution, they are very well detailed, but very well detailed also means knocky offy bits.
Yeah, lots of knocky off bits. Yeah.
I've already knocked a couple of things off. Knocked a couple of the handbrake wheels off, so I've just made them slightly match on either side. So one on one side, one on the other.
Saying that, the Batman ones, they're also just as bad, to be honest. I've knocked a few, like say, handbrake wheels off. I had to glue them back on in the past. The detailing on them is can be quite damaging.
I've also as well got some container wagons as well. So don't take this. Probably stream. Will it work on phones?
StreamYard, yeah. It's a little bit more intricate, but yes, it works on phones. That's many people use the phones as like second cameras when they're streaming.
Oh, okay.
You invite them. That's how you get a second camera on StreamYard at no costs.
It's running through a browser, isn't it? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because it's browser operated. You just send an invite to yourself from your computer or whatever you're using, or another mobile device. Send it.
I had wondered how they do use the mobile phones as a roving camera. Thanks for filling us in, Jason.
Yeah, there you go. Always happy to inform. And talking to that, I have got in the planning some private tutorials on how to use StreamYard from the very beginning, from the date of clicking yes please to fully operating it with all your slides, screen shares, and etc. I'm going to be doing some tutorial sessions, private tutorial sessions, and they are I can going to be offering so many places at once, so I think I can have 5 at any one time, including myself.
I've also as well one of the other sets I've got is this one, which will probably take a while for it to load up.
All right, you might have to drop the other ones off the other videos unless I can do them.
That's it.
Yeah,
done.
I can see them going.
Are you still on the free StreamYard, Jace?
Yeah, I found upgrading to the paid version is not beneficial for me, to be honest.
Well, it depends on what you use it. I mean,
yeah, if you're using it a hell of a lot, obviously, because you only get 20 hours a month free on the free basic version. If you are a heavy user of it, then it is worthwhile upgrading.
Yeah, but that still gives you like 3 hours a week of streaming, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's great. 20 hours. Obviously, I do primarily this every Thursday or whenever it is, Friday sometimes. But usually when I do my members, I don't use StreamYard. When I do my members lives, I just use my mobile phone for that. But yeah, I have used StreamYard in the past for the members, but I never I've never exceeded the 20-hour marker.
Unlike RGJ.
Yeah, Rob and Grace. They were in chat earlier on, but I know Grace has really got her head in the drawing, so she probably is still listening in, Grace.
Hi, Grace.
She was here earlier. She was doing a grand job earlier.
She just smudged the train now.
And she's gone, oh, damn, got to start it all over again now.
It's only pencil. She's got a rubber.
And as for the StreamYard,
any Americans watching.
Sorry, Alan, you were saying?
As for the StreamYard limit, I have broken it.
Really?
Yeah, well, you do go on, don't you, Alan?
I've passed the 20 hours and they don't cut you off.
Oh, that's interesting.
Really?
So you can go over the 20 hours and they don't cut you off, and they send you an email saying we haven't cut you off, so you don't have to worry about the 20 hours.
I did not know that.
Mm.
Well, they obviously they can't bill you because you haven't put any billing information in.
No, but they don't cut you off after 20 hours. So I've broken that quite a lot. So
well,
and that's why I don't use StreamYard. I use Streamlabs.
Yeah,
which is another pain in the arse. Yeah, it's another pain in the arse.
Is OBS, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I use when I do my YouTube gaming.
I like OBS, but I don't like OBS. I like it because of what you can do with it. I really do like it. But I don't like it because I find it a little bit too complicated. Just to go, stick a camera on, stick a microphone on, I just want to stream. I do find it a little bit
of work to set it up, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's a bit sometimes because obviously some systems work differently with StreamYard than others, and you have to set them up and do the bit rates and change the resolution, input and output resolutions to make it work. I've had that problem before. And it did kind of put me off. I did initially start doing my live streaming on OBS, and because there was no such thing as StreamYard back in them days. But to me now, StreamYard wins, no problem.
Well, I think that's the whole point, isn't it?
Jace, what
it's so complicated.
Yeah,
StreamYard and Streamlabs win because they're semi-automatic. They're more ergonomic and easier to set up because they kind of just do things automatically.
Yeah. Go on, you were saying,
Jace, you know those two videos I put up earlier on?
Yeah.
They were done with... The entire footage was done with my mobile phone.
Yeah.
But I used NCH VideoPad video editor to actually do all the clips.
Right. I use a number of programs, but I always end up going back to my default, and that's Windows Movie Maker.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've not got Windows Movie Maker on my computer now.
I didn't, but I do now. I have a copy of it.
I've found that if I could just go to...
I have a installable copy, which you can install on any Windows computer, on any operating system.
Share screen.
Because it used to be part of the Windows Essentials package, but obviously Windows Essentials was on Vista, or was it XP?
I've just brought up, I don't know if you can see it.
I can see two. Is that one?
Of
OBS? Or is that your editing software?
That's the NCH VideoPad.
Yeah, it looks very much like Power Director, that does. It's Cyberlink Power Director.
And if I just go to, say, open that. So I'll go through, I'll just grab that one there, for example. Let's take these top three.
That's my can finished.
Put that on there. You got that there. You can put that in there like that. You can put that in there like that.
Yeah, that's exactly the same. I wonder if that's a copy. Yeah, powered
most video editors are like that. They just drag and drop.
Yeah.
The only issue with the NCH is you have to pay for it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cyberlink powered out. Unless you're me and you can acquire crap copies. I never said that.
Quite a few years ago, once I started getting into making proper videos and not just recording it and throwing it up, I went through and downloaded just about every video editor there was, including the trial versions of the ones that you pay for. And I didn't really, well, they kind of worked, but all the ones that worked well were ones that you had to pay for.
Yeah.
And included in that was DaVinci Resolve, which supposedly is as good.
I've had problems with that.
Well, let me finish the story. It's as good as the Premiere, the big one that you pay like £600 a year for.
Yeah.
And DaVinci Resolve is actually used by big film companies to do proper movies. So it's an extremely powerful program, and therefore it needs a bloody big expensive computer to run it on. So when I first downloaded it and tried it, it was like running like a slug. Everything was all jittery, and I couldn't get on with it. And I've just put it in the bin, gave up with it as a lost cause. But at a later point in time, I was looking through videos about video editors, and they're all raving about DaVinci Resolve. And I thought, okay, I'll give it another go. And spent a bit more time setting it up. There's a couple of key features which help you keep it under control, if you like, by sort of reining it in. One of them is where you've got your preview screen is about a quarter of your screen. My preview screen is only about an eighth of the screen. Doesn't matter. You can still see enough, and it runs at something like 320p or something. It's very small, but it means that the processor can keep up with the speed of the video, and it's then not jerky. The other thing is, I have a complex computer system in my house. The whole house is wired with Ethernet, and I have a couple of servers. So because the big files, videos, obviously I was putting them on my servers and trying to edit them on the servers. So I was going through the network trying to edit, which is a no-no. And now learned that, you need it on your local hard drive, and then you only then do you stand a fighting chance. But I'm still guessing that, as obviously my computer was bought for my CAD at work, so it's a pretty powerful i7 with lots of graphics, expensive graphics cards and stuff.
Yeah.
So it is a powerful computer, and therefore it can handle DaVinci Resolve. And I'm sure that if you've got an old PC or you're running, Windows XP or something old, then it's going to struggle. So yeah, if you've got a decent PC, definitely have a look at DaVinci Resolve. If you've got an older PC that's not, a good spec, then yeah, it's probably not going to work for you.
Right. I always seem to drag myself back to Windows Movie Maker.
Why? I started out on it because it was free on XP or whatever it was at the time. It does the job at the end of the day.
It does. It's simple. It's easy. It is really, really easy to use, and it produces a mediocre to decent results just for basically what mine needs. So yeah.
With this one, Jace, I mean, when I started looking at it, it does have that, to me, that very much Windows Movie Maker look about it. The drag and drop, the features, where you've got the ability to cut and paste and split clips and all that, the crossfades and stuff.
Yeah. I think most of them do. The problem is that you have to pay for them. That's the issue, is that, the ongoing cost can be quite excessive.
Yeah.
When you're not making money out of making videos, you're just doing it for a hobby. You don't really want to be paying out a couple £100 a year for a video editor.
Fortunately, I had the Cyberlink.
No, there's no annual fee for it. It's just a one-off price.
Cyberlink Power Director 16. I that was a present. That was off off my daughter, I think it was, or was it Rachel? I can't remember. It's that long ago now. But yes, so fortunately, I didn't actually personally directly pay for it myself. But yeah, if you want something decent, ultimately you've got to pay for it.
Well, no, not in the case of DaVinci Resolve.
Oh, yeah, no, DaVinci. No, you're right there. Yeah,
you need an expensive computer in the first place.
Yeah, you don't need the money to buy the
but you do for the PC.
The product free, but you need to buy a PC to run the product on. Newland says Power Director 13 for me. Bullsec says with NCH you can have multi-camera setup. Flymo saying, doesn't Adobe do video editing software now too? Yeah, I think they do, don't they? It's part of Photoshop now, isn't it? Video editing. Adobe Video Editor, I'm sure it is.
Illustrator.
Yeah, Adobe, After Effects, and Premiere works quite well. There you go. Valley says. What's the one? Well, what's the one?
I use Photoshop all the time, and I use Clipchamp on Windows 11. Windows Wank 11.
Unfortunately, I'm one of these people who has Windows 10 on one computer. My other computer that's got Adobe Photoshop CS2 on, that uses Windows 7.
Wow, Windows 7. Anyone that's got Windows 11, you can make it look like Windows 8 or 10. You can make it reverse.
And it's got the internet browser on it is Internet Explorer.
Yeah, well, that's actually non-existent anymore. Just like Microsoft Movie Maker, Internet Explorer is gone, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll try and put it online. See if it'll go online to. Let's see if I can put ABG on it. Nope.
No.
It won't even go to Google.
Crikey. Flyman says, I was disappointed with Windows 8 and 8.1 not having any video editing software. Cyberlink is quite good. Yeah, that was the thing when it went. I think I'm not sure whether it was 7 or Vista. It was the last time Movie Maker was in it. There was a second version from the version I use. There was not a premium, an updated version of it, but it wasn't good. It did not work very well, and I think that's one of the main reasons. I think when Microsoft dropped it because they broke it basically.
Oh God! Well, Microsoft. I've seen
every alternate operating system in Windows is a load of rubbish. So XP was good, then 8 was terrible, and then Windows 7 was good. They've kind of ruined it because Windows 10 is okay, but Windows 11 is, everybody's got issues with it, and especially as it spies on you, which is why I'm not going to go anywhere near it. And also, if you upgrade, you lose the ability of devices that you've had for years suddenly don't work because there's no drivers for them in Windows 11.
Yeah, and on top of
including
that,
my bloody camera.
Yeah,
and on top of that,
Taiwan, that'll really stuff me up because my Logitech wheel, which is like that, and this little device here are Windows 10 only.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
not compatible with 11. Well, that's another thing with Windows 11. You had to have a certain processor within your system to allow Windows 11 to install. You do the upgrade checker, and it says your system is not compatible for Windows 11.
I've had that message.
Mm-hmm.
God.
But they keep asking you to check. Well, you've already bloody checked once and told me it won't. I've not changed it.
That one there, I had to change the BIOS battery in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's been there for a while. But yeah, it's a little bit cramped.
Why is the keyboard being held by a vice?
Because when I play Euro Truck Simulator and American Truck Simulator 2, it's easy to find some of my control buttons on there.
Instead of having to look over, yeah, got you.
It brings it up into eye level. I mean, this
I've
is
never
actually
seen
about
that
50.
ever stand before.
It's a 50 quid keyboard. I mean, certain things are like these buttons here do functions. They do all functions. They're all function buttons. Obviously, I won't go. Actually, yeah, why not? You don't mind if I do, Jake?
Hermitage Road says he's off to bed now. Take care, Hermitage. Thanks for dropping in. So, Alan, you think your camera on your laptop's not working now because of updates?
No, I'm not sure. I find Windows 11 totally confusing. Just send me back to XP when everything was fine.
Well, when I first started with Windows, it was Windows 3.1.
Wow, it's going
back. Yeah, you're an early beginner then.
If I went back to Windows, if somebody gave me a computer with Windows 3.1, I'd look at it. What the hell do I do here?
Back to basic.
Well, Windows didn't work properly the way it was supposed to until they actually brought out 3.11. I was using PCs on DOS quite happily, thank you very much, where basically if you wanted to swap to another program, you had to kind of shut it down and open a new one up and then go back to it by opening back up again. And the whole point of Windows was that you could multitask.
Yes.
But when they brought it out, in such a format that no computer in the world had the capability of swapping out the memory, so it didn't work. So the likes of Windows 1 and Windows 2 weren't actually capable of properly multitasking. So they brought out Windows 3, which allowed you to get into the higher headroom of your memory above the 640k limit. So if you had 1 megabyte, you could get into the upper 360 or whatever it was, which allowed you to do a swap out. But again, it was not multitasking. It was just, it dumped it into a temporary memory and then pulled up the other program. So you had to wait several seconds for it to swap between the two. And it was only 3.11 that they actually got the full access to the whole 1 megabyte of memory, where you could actually run the two programs at the same time and swap between them seamlessly.
Oh, yeah.
My laptop is my camera light on the top of my laptop is green, like the camera is on. But look, I've got a camera with a strike through it. So yeah. I've looked through the menus and I'm totally confused how to switch the bloody thing on. Windows 11 is I should say a swear word here, but I'm not going to.
You could never have upgraded. Stick with 10 until we bring out number 12.
Anyway.
Oh, it's right.
Onwards and upwards.
Aye, aye, Captain. Right. Well, it's climbing onto the hour of 11 tonight. So we have been going, 2 hours. Wow.
Well, just before you go, Jace.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
One last video from me. This dates back. This goes back a while.
Right. Okay. Just add it to the stream. Here we go.
This is my layout.
Quite a big area.
Yeah, it's two 11-foot by 30-inch base. Sorry, 8-foot by 30-inch boards in an L shape.
That's going to be. That must be some modelling space there then for that, especially in N-gauge.
Yeah, I can have a full 16-coach Caledonian sleeper. It snakes through. It's not to the point where it's just going to one tunnel and it's still coming out the other one. you know, I've let's see. I mean, I've also as well got an 8x4 board as well, which is a bit of a tail chaser. You're kind of limited as to what you can put on that one.
Yeah. Mick92 says, "This has all gone over my head." Just looking back through what everyone said. New comments. There we go. All right, Timber's put the. Oh, thanks, Timber.
You're welcome.
I recognise. Look good. Flying was saying, "Have you watched Dave's Garage on YouTube? He built a lot of 3.1 and Task Manager, and very interesting guy." Oh, right. Excellent stuff. Well, it is now 11. So, thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me this evening. It's been a pleasure to chat with you and catch up.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, you're always welcome every time.
Thanks for putting up with us.
Oh, I thought we'd worse, put it that way.
And going back into your video, didn't we see the nuclear flask go by on the west coast?
We did, didn't we, Al?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was DRS operated. That was pulling 3 flasks, wasn't it? If I remember rightly.
It was. That was something special, wasn't it?
With a pair of 68 at the head, I think.
I think they were they 68 pulled by 268s? I think they were.
You would know.
I've got 368s at the moment, spare. One of which squeals a bit when I'm running it. That one's going to get turned into a dummy.
What's that there saying now?
I have all the gearing taken out, all the motor taken out of it, so I can have it pulling the nuclear flasks.
Yeah. Instead of the double heading, but only one as an operating.
Yeah.
Operated, yeah.
Because I've noticed when I'm running the 268s, because at the moment they're both powered, my little controller's getting a little bit warm.
Yeah. Yeah, I've thought about doing that. Just get my hands on some other locomotives that are not in terrible condition, and stripping them out and use them as dummies. I have done it in the past with one particular loco, but
I'm just having a good
I've thought about doing that again.
That is a nice layout. How big is it?
This behind this?
Yeah.
15 foot that way, all the way into that corner, to the far corner over there, all the way over there, and then it's 14, just under 15 foot from there, all the way to that corner there, and then equally the same again, that side, and then obviously behind us. But that station there, that's 3 foot depth there. It's rather big.
Yeah, it
and
looks
numerous people have visited and seen it and said it looks bigger than it does on camera.
Are you in the club, Jace?
No, Simon's saying goodnight to Flymo. I guess Simon Trains Monorail Showcase is getting off now as well. And it's time for me to get off too. So, as again, thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me. I look forward to allowing you to drop in again in future streams. Apologies, as always, to everybody that I was late starting up. Normal time should resume next week.
Are you in the club, Jace?
Sorry?
Are you in the club?
In what club? Yeah, I'm in the Alsager Club.
Okay.
I was
You've
in
probably
Warley.
met me then, because I'm also in the same club.
Really?
Yeah.
You're in Alsagers?
Yep. I was there tonight with the Engage group.
We must have met then.
Very
because
likely.
I was there once when I first came in with my forms. It was the Engage group. John was there.
Yep.
Because obviously it's been the St. John's exhibition over the weekend, hasn't it? Where the John's organised.
Yeah, we got there was John, there was David and Brian doing the new Engage layout that they've got built.
Right.
Lowndes Road.
Yeah.
And is it Andy Small?
Yeah, Andy. Yeah. Are you going on the Dapple tour by the chance?
I will be. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to put my name down. I've not done it yet. We said I might have said something there. I shouldn't have said. Anyway, well, you have to get in touch. Find me on Facebook. I actually joined the All Sager group Facebook group 2 days ago. So if you're in it, find me.
I say I'm not sure if I'm actually in that Facebook group. I will be soon.
Yeah, I only found it a few days ago. I didn't realise there was one. But anyway, we're divulging because I need to be getting off. It's getting late.
Yep, and it's getting very, very muggy as well.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's temperature's not dropping anymore in here. Yeah, we'll have to keep in touch then. I've got to get to the club, to be honest. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone. So I'll say good night firstly to Alan at Buckland Junction. Please do check out his channel. Alan at Buckland Junction.
Hi, Jason. Bye, Zantec. Hi, Timber.
Yeah, live every Sunday. So check out Alan's channel.
Oh, last Sunday and every month.
Last Sunday of every
see you,
month.
Alan. Take care.
Check out his channel. Thank you so much for dropping in, Al.
Thank you.
Take care, pal. And Timber, I need to have a chat with you, but thank you so much for coming in.
I'll belly at the weekend. I'll say good night and ciao for now.
And thank you for the exclusive. And Zantec.
Yep.
Thank you also for dropping in, showing us your ships, etc., and the layouts and the videos. It's been a great chat, and we'll get into it. We'll have to keep in touch. Hopefully, I'll see you up the club.
Yeah, I'll probably won't be going up there tomorrow, but I usually go up there on a Thursdays. I've got Fredstone Lane's been put up for the moment because he's going to be working on it for a bit.
Ah, right. Well, obviously I just like going, just going for the sake of it. It doesn't even matter who's on. But last time I was there, I actually ran my 66, the RS66 on the big 00 in the middle, which it's been at the exhibitions. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head right now. Yeah, I need to get down again very soon. So if you're there and it's Engage time, or if you're just anyway, say hi. But in the meantime, get in touch on socials.
Yep.
Keep in touch.
You take care, Jason.
All right.
A wonderful week.
Thank you so much. Have a good weekend.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. So, huge thank you to everybody joining us tonight. I've entertained you with the chat, talking a bit about computers, trains. We'll all come into it because computers run our trains at the end of the day. These have come out really well. I'll get some photographs of these in situ on the layout for my members to view. If you want to become a member, you can do from as little as 99p a month. That's really nothing at this day and age. And you get behind the scenes content. Remember, those that are level 2 and up get to see videos released early. Those that are level 3 up, they get access to the members' live streams. And I do have one planned for you special people very soon about what's in those boxes. And I'll get on with that video and all that I need to record about a new edition. So thank you, everybody. I hope you have had a good evening. Apologies for being late, but we will resume hopefully next week at normal time, straight after Mark of Donegal Dad. Please do check out everybody's channels and my channel members. Thank you to every single one of you currently for all your support in helping to bring this channel to be what it is today. Please do check out each and every one of the links that Flymo and the other mods have been shared in the chat. If you're watching on the replay, you can click on them. They still work. But thank you so much. If you're not a subscriber, please do click subscribe, because it will give you the option. It's completely free to be a subscriber. Click it, and you then can get access to the chat on these live streams every Thursday, normally on every Thursday from 8:30. But until next time, thank you so much to absolutely all of you for being in the chat tonight. It's been great to have you here. But until next time, take care, stay safe, and best of all, keep on modeling. Ta-ra.